Yeah, perseverance, no matter what, under pressure. When things don't go right, you move with it. You roll with it. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do. We're going to keep on going. I ain't above holding it. The show must go on. The show must go on. Yeah. But we talking about renewal. Renewal, man. The visual aspect of it is when a snake shed its skin. It's been a renewal of Black History Month. Out with the old, in with the new. Matter of fact, we talking about black future. We ain't even gonna call it Black History Month no more. We talking about Black Future Month. We talking about, man, we finna go into a whole nother God. Listen to what I'm saying. Everything already loose, so we all out of form. I'm gonna talk it how I talk it tonight. We finna go into a whole nother God. See, the first God came through a book, through literature, through words. The second God coming through technology, through programming. We finna go into a whole, see, a couple years ago when people was playing woke and everybody was saying, man, you ever watch the Zigga guys? And everybody talked about that. But now it's happening and it's been happening. We're going into a whole nother God. And you think it's deep, but that newborn baby right now who 8 months old can get their phone and take that technology and they'll go find that lady called Rachel and they'll be in there watching what the hell they want to watch. Y'all talking about Black history, you better look and pay attention to this here Black future. Like my brother Javon say, man, only thing they teach you in school is your position in American society. And they teach them white kids during February that they were supreme and they always supreme and they got an innately supreme in them and it remind them just as much as it remind the Black kids where the fuck we goddamn belong in this here society. So fuck teaching that. Fuck teaching that. Because if you ain't teaching nothing other than that already, then, man, yeah, fuck Black history. Let's call it Black future. It's time for some new shit. If I could go wake my granddaddy up out the grave and have a conversation with my granddaddy and I start off, I'm going to say, Buck, I promise you won't believe this shit. I say, man, hey, granddad, man, let me tell you, hey, granddad, man, look, so we getting ready, man, we old, man. We finna see some shit that we can't believe. Now, you might think that's deep, but it's happening now. So, yeah, it's a renewal. Everybody playing woke. Let me tell you something. I don't care how you play woke. You just playing. You just playing. You just playing. And I know you just playing. This shit here real life shit, man. She hear how you standing in the mirror for real when you on this here journey to understand. And it ain't even about understanding nothing out there in the world. It ain't about there trying to understand no shit in no goddamn book. I'm talking about understanding who the hell you is. What's behind these here eyes. I ain't got no lenses in my glasses. I'm talking about what's behind these here eyes. What in the hell is behind there when you get on that there journey, man? Ain't shit out there gonna answer that for you. It's all gonna come from the inside. So as long as you still playing with that thing that we call God and that name called Jesus, man, don't you, hey, look, you just playing, man. It's time for a renewal. That's the only way we're gonna get to the Black future. That man say, man, he talked about the movie Terminator. I say, yeah, we in the time of the Terminator. Everybody remember the Terminator. See, this movies. Black history, one of the most powerful things in black history in the last 76 years, 55 years. Not an old thing, but a new thing. Ever since they gave us a television, they done showed us how to visualize reality through that there box. That's called the cultivation theory. I can teach if I want to. The cultivation theory, when it cultivates your mind to not know the difference between what you see on TV and reality. That's a real thing there, come with that TV. So in the last couple of some type years, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. All our ideas, all our ideas are cultivated. And it's time to renew this shit. It's time to renew this shit. Let that shit go. It's time to come with something new, man. Need children finna do it. Artificial intelligence. But yeah, talking about that Terminator, I ain't gonna get off of it. But they gave this man a Terminator, man. And they say John Connor, the JC. See, understand how they've been cultivating your mind, but you don't understand it. This is a theory. This is something that's real. John Connor, the little boy, the little white boy in the movie Terminator. The Terminator had to go back. Had to go back in time before John Connor was conceived to kill his mama and kill the seed. Because John Connor would be the one to save humanity from the technology. Oh, do you see where we are and how our mind has been cultivated? You scared of the Terminator. Oh my God. You scared of artificial intelligence, y'all. I ain't lying and this ain't deep. I ain't lying and this ain't deep. Don't make this here deep. If you woke, don't you make this goddamn deep. This some real life shit. We got people at McDonald's scared of AI. They gonna take the job at McDonald's. You already go in there and you don't even see no cashiers no more. You just go to the kiosk. Man, everybody's scared of this here shit. But I had a goddamn conversation this morning with the mastermind of $1 million plant and $1 billion product. Who got them like a kid at the candy store, who had a knack for computers since 1987 when they first came out, and he goddamn done been fascinated with it so much that he's a goddamn genius in this shit. And we talking about Terminator. They trying to terminate the seed. They trying to terminate the child. They trying to terminate the future, because the future, fuck the history, the future, that's the renewal. And you don't understand how it works. So it's getting worked on you. And you ain't paying these children no attention. And you don't realize that just as much as they can go to Rachel at 3 and find what they want to see, at 6, there's certain things that's going to find them to show them what they don't need to see. And the Terminator working like a motherfucker to destroy the future. So I'm telling you, when we talk about black history and it's talking about a renewal, man, don't you be scared of this here shit. If you my age, then you better get in this shit and you better learn how to understand it. I don't give a damn, if you need, a man is as real as his reason. A woman is as real as her reason. If you old enough that done had children and they got old and things going to right and you gonna have grandchildren, then have enough pride to be the grandparent that's gonna be able to sit down and have a conversation with your babies just like your babies could have a conversation. Man, come on, y'all. This ain't deep, y'all. I used to sit down with my granddaddy, man, and talk some real shit that I know he didn't understand because it was out of his time. But he taught me, man, some things change while most things remain the same. But we in a time of change or renewal. And everybody playing woke. I posted a joint about Trayvon Martin this past week, man. That thing was so goddamn deep. We talking about black history. We talking about black history. Man, if you can go back on my timeline and watch that thing about Trayvon Martin, I'm going to say this right now. Hear me clear. There's only two things we know in truth about that story in general. That's Trayvon Martin died. Rest his soul. And George Zimmerman killed. And in general, don't nobody else understand or know the real story about shit when it comes to that. But boy, when I watch that thing there, man, we talking about black history, y'all. I'm talking about right now to this here moment. Fuck Al Sharpton. Fuck Benjamin Crump. And fuck everybody else who played like they cared about Trayvon Martin. Fuck them all. That's real black history. They've been fucking off on our mind for a funky ass dollar. And don't give a fuck where the chips fall. That's black history, y'all. And it's time for a renewal. It's time to stop letting these crooked ass, weak motherfuckers play with our mind. Hey, Brother Javon, I don't know where you at, man. Come on in, man, and tell me some real shit. I ain't never been able to bring nobody in on no Thursday night, but I feel right. Things went wrong, but I stayed strong. Sometimes negative happen when it's necessary. Polarity makes power. I needed my laptop not to work and me to hold this here goddamn phone the way I'm holding it. So I can talk this here shit about a renewal. Talking about a boycott tomorrow. Motherfucker boycott. What you boycott? Al Sharpton. I just told you, fuck Al Sharpton. Now I tell him that to his face. In a real intelligent conversation where it ain't got to be disrespectful. And if you think I'm lying, set it up. He know he full of shit. Anybody paying attention know he full of shit. He ain't nothing but a ping pong powder. Any man play politics and religion at the same time ain't nothing but a pimping motherfucker on a black person mind. Through all this politic rhetoric and negativity and fear, you don't hear none of these preachers talking about shit. It's time for a renewal. We invented shit 70 years ago. Them people dead, them people gone. We ain't brought nothing else along. It's time for a whole new program. When you was in school, did you make an A on your Black History project? If you ain't make an A on your Black History project, then you don't know shit about Black history now. You just talking rhetorically. I feel good tonight. Time for a renewal. March 2nd, 2004. Me and my wife's first child was stillborn. That's some real shit. That's 21 years ago. My Aunt Pearl told me, she say, Trav, God don't make mistakes. Man, that shit rung my bell so hard. I say, come on now. I looked up in the sky. I say, come on now. You mean to tell me a cigar won't Trav to feel this here? Standing at a grave site. 24 years old, man. I had to buy a casket. Hey, man, I'm talking about the whole shit. I said, come on now. I said, I can't take that. I got to understand this here. I can't play this here game. I can't play this here game. So 21 years ago, the only thing I ever wrote down in any form of music, in any form of work, I put it in a grave and planted a seed and told myself that I'm going to understand who I am and what this here is in my journey, if this is meant for me. And I gave all I could to console and hold my woman. 21 years later, on a journey to bring me to this here moment where I done shook many trees, hung from many branches, and stood on many goddamn squares. So I ain't no motherfucker who, I'm a grown man in this here journey of understanding. And 21 years later, I am my name. That's my religion. And that means something. So fuck the history in that context. Because you ain't gave a damn about it no more. I ain't heard you talking about it no more. And if you really understand what I'm saying, then I ain't saying it in a derogatory way. I'm saying it's the future. Look at these children. Pay attention to these children. We are the most weakest we ever been in our entire history when it comes to us and our children. So it's time for something new. It's time for something new. My wife said in the beginning, you could barely hear me. I hope you hear me now. Baby, can you hear me now? Say yeah in the comment if you can hear me now, baby. Want to talk some real shit, man. Like I say, it's February. Last day of February tomorrow. We 2 months in. A change gonna come because a change comes when change is necessary. And it's hard out here, man. I don't care who you is and I don't care what level you on. It's hard out here, man. Cultivation theory. We don't watch TV no more. We watch this here technology. We looking at these here phones. We watching people fake the funk. Told you cultivation theory, one of the most biggest movies ever been made was Avatar. We get in this here thing and we create our avatars. And I ain't making that to be good or bad or right or wrong. See, you got to get that out of your mind to understand things. It's just like the gun. The gun ain't good, bad, or right or wrong. The gun is only as good or bad or right or wrong as the one who beholds it with the power to use it. See how that work? So I ain't bored of bullshit to say I ain't got no avatar. You looking at me right now through the phone or through a device. But all I'm saying to you is, I promise you on my soul, I'm realer off this motherfucker than I am on it. And I will hope anybody on it can say that. Because ain't nothing like the real life. Ain't nothing like being in this here room with me for real. And I ain't talking about that to say it's about me. I'm talking about anybody I share space with. Real life is power. But it's hard out here on everybody in real life. So fight your fight. Scale down your hero mathematics. When I say your hero mathematics, there's power in simplicity. What's 2 plus 2, 4? What's 4 plus 4, 8? What's 3 plus 3, 6? There's no hesitation in the simplicities of math. There's innately flow of survival, understanding, and confidence. When you keep things simple, there's a power that flows out of you in simplicity. But when you complicate things, just as math, what's 3 times 3 divided by 4 times 2 minus 3? I will beat your ass while you trying to figure out. See how that works? So simplify. It's hard out here for everybody, but the truth is universal, and it works like this. No matter what, we all got to breathe one breath at a time. I work out, so I'm pretty fluent with mine. See how that works? Nobody is above inhaling and exhaling if they living. So when I say it's hard out here, man, on every level, simplify what matters, who matters, and fight your fight. And that's easier said than done. Hey, look, man, it's all easier said than done. But while you doing it, you got to realize every man and woman got to fight their fight. And there's a whole lot of children that's depending on some men and women to fight their fight. And if them men and women ain't fighting they fight, think about how many children out here that's vulnerable right now in the Terminator destroying their ass. I swear that ain't deep, and I hope you get it. I swear that ain't deep, and I hope you get it. I swear that ain't deep, and I hope you get it. I'm going to get out of here, but as far as the boycott, fuck the boycott. If you need some tissue, if you need anything, because ain't too many people really done went through a full stock exchange of what's in the house and what's necessary. Some people gonna need some shit tomorrow. And that's just the way it is. That's life. And you going to buy it, so quit bullshitting. But if we gonna talk boycott, then let's boycott some real shit. Let's boycott the reality of anybody who hearing me right now. They got children, they got parents, they got siblings. They got somebody who matter that you can't throw away and you can't get rid of. They just divinely in your movie. If you got somebody who fit that bill and you can't call them to tell them, I love you, I need you, I miss you. How about we boycott that goddamn shit tomorrow and you make the phone call? Fuck boycotting the bullshit that a bullshitter how you thinking matter. Boycott something goddamn real. Boycott not telling who matters how you feel. Boycott not telling your goddamn baby mama or baby daddy how much pain y'all done caused each other and it's affecting and it done affected y'all child. And you just want to apologize and get it right. Boycott that goddamn shit tomorrow. You fucking talk about no other bullshit. That bullshit will play on our mind. Fuck somebody who called themselves a Democrat before they called themselves a father. Fuck them. I'm just bullshitting, y'all. I feel good. This is the end of Black History. I love this here shit. Let me get out of here. Hold me down.